Today we are discussing a new segment called Cousin's Arrest, which depicts retired AFL football player Ben Cousin and his consequences of drug possession and domestic violence toward his ex-wife. This new segment targets AFL fans, especially West Coast Eagles fans. This shows Cousin's true colors by showing his past run in with the police. This includes being involved in a slow-speed car chase and jailed for breaching a restraining order from his ex-wife. This addresses health issues such as not getting enough sleep, not getting enough nutrition, and decreasing in physical health, and having no sense of belonging. The first social norm that this piece of media contains is personal space. This is challenged because he constantly invades his ex-wife's safety, for he is violating against her restraining order. A healthy lifestyle is also challenged as the police has found 30 grams of meth in his body after he was arrested for violating his restraining order. After he was put into custody, he was immediately taken to hospital and has been under caregiver since. This piece also encourages homelessness because he was trying to isolate himself from society and not getting the help when needed.
The response from the media is strongly negative towards his public image because he has been accused of drug possession, amongst other past experiences of illegal crimes. This makes his fans feel sympathetic to his ex-wife and children and see him in a dark spotlight. The media thinks that ever since he retired from AFL, he has changed in a dramatic way. The feelings it creates is dread and anger on what will happen to his family if he keeps doing his ways. This media has positive and negative influences from this media on its target audience. A positive influence is delivering an educational response about the risks of drugs. Some negatives include public display of unhealthy behavior, reinforcing stereotypes of ideal masculinity, and makes violence seem normal. They use testimonials to tell the story of how Cousin showed violence due to the intoxication of illegal drugs, which resulted in the unfortunate injustice towards his family. Examples from video include
going to bury you where you'll survive for a few days, and I'll bring the kids to play there so you can hear them, but you won't be able to get to them. I'm going to kill you, take your life and freedom and things you love the most. I'm going to take your children from you. The victim, the subject of ridicule and embarrassment. I know I've brought a lot of that on myself, he said, but I don't act out in violence. I beg you, I'm not a threat. Every day I close my eyes when the sun goes down and I spew that it's another day. I'm not going to be
The
with my
influence
children.
we have chosen is the public display of unhealthy behaviour of Ben Cousins. This affects the individual, including his physical, spiritual and mental health. Physical, he wouldn't get enough sleep due to homelessness. For spiritual, there will be no sense of belonging and connectedness. For mental, loss of confidence and can't face life's challenges. This affects the community through the dimensions of health. For social, he is not respectful towards others, he is very secured and he possesses no manners. People won't look up to him as an AFL role model anymore. For physical, people, mostly his fans, can take drugs or become violent with others since their idol is pursuing it. For spiritual, Cousins' fans may now no longer feel a sense of connectedness towards him. For emotional, his fans and the community around him will feel sadness due to idolizing him for such a long time, and it can make them feel disappointed in him and also themselves for believing in a fraud.